alkanes and N-alkanes are components of an isoponeol fraction of an olive oil. These were analyzed by GC or gas chromatography on column analysis, and are here proposed as an additional tool to certify the origin, authenticity, traceability, and chemical quality of olive oil produced in the Reggio Calabria province, South Italy. 9 cultivars were studied: Casanis, Coratina, Iratrana, Lexino, Nociara, Autobratica, Pendulin, Pecolin, and Xenopolis, grown in region of Calabria, South Italy.
The chemical composition of virgin olive oil or VOO is complex and varies depending on several factors. These several factors including cultivar geographical origin and production methods. Hydrogen, such as alkanes and alkenes, are significantly components of VOO or virgin olive oil and contribute to its sensory attributes and quality. This study aims alkanes and VOO from different cultivars and geographical origins in Calabria, South Italy.
So, materials and methods. So, tanan olive trees nga nagtubo diya sa monoculture plantation sa Rizziconi sa Calabria, South Italy na ay maximum geographic temperature which was 39.4 degrees Celsius on August 2017. Pagbuntag niya, the minimum was -3 degrees Celsius paggabi sa January 2017 na. So, na sila pruning nga i-conduct nila every 2 years. Kung na ay dead wood, i-remove nila na siya kada tuig. Tanan yung mga cultivar nga root plants nila dito nga na ay same fertilization criterion nga na i-applied nila NPK which the ratio of 20-10-10 each year na. So, kani nga experiment i-conduct nila for 2 harvest years. Ito siyang 2016 to 2017 and 2017 to 2018. Kana ay mga following harvest dates nga October 3 to 18, November 3 to 17, December 5 to December 19, o January. So, drupes. Kaya siya ang drupes. Muna siya ang mga fruits like mga cherries, mango, apricot, plum. Muna niya siya ang olive na kanidanhi is i-process nila 5 hours after picking. Muna siya kaning nasa small mill. Muna yung tawag nila mini 30 na may capacity of 40 kilograms. So, naa silang mga procedure ani kung doon sa for example, number 1 is kanang i-separate ang mga drupe sa mga leaf stems and any solid materials. Ano na siya nga, puro lang ito siya unod ang naa. Sunod dayon mild drupe washing. So, kinalang nga mild lang yun nga dili bitaw siya malata na mas stay gyapon nagto ang ka-fresh sa drupe. Then, i-crush din nila sa hammer mill na na-iron temperature. Then, i-mix nila sa olive paste without adding water for 35 minutes at a range of temperature between 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Unya, i-position nila ang olive paste sa pile circular steel grids. Next is i-pressured nila by hydraulic press with a continuous slow and mild increase in pressure up to 200 bar. Then, maintain na yun nila ang maximum pressure for 20 minutes. Then, i-separate nila ang olive oil from the liquid mixture. Muna siya ang oil at wastewater by laboratory centrifuge. Filtration na yun sa oil by filter paper o storage of oil in 100 ml amber glass bottles in the dark at 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. Muna ni sila nga i-conduct nila sa 2 days gikan sa ilang pag-extract sa oil.
Statistical analysis: 2 batches of 30 kg drops, each prepared for its cultivar and its harvest date. and 2 independent replicants were conducted from the Sower Lopez batch, which a total of 4 replicants cultivar harvest day. Excel 2010 Super was used to calculate the means of standard deviation of 8 replicants, 4 replicants years, the harvest years. The means were analyzed by one-way ANOVA and Tokis test at 5% and probably used the SPS 17.0 support SPSS Chicago IL USA. The probably were the cultivar and the harvest date. Principal component analyzed PSCE was applied by SPSS Super for Windows versions 15.0 Chicago IL USA.
Reggiante Fortuna. Gas chromatography. So gas chromatography is to analyze the alkanes and alkenes. Carlo Erba, its RGC 3000 instrument is brought into play. Kani nga instrument is na siya isa ka on-column injector, isa ka FID detector, and isa ka capillary column SE54 Mega Milano Italy. Nga na siya length nga 25 meter, usa ka 0.32 mm, and film thickness of 0.25 micrometer. Ang temperature sa oven is giset ni siya sa 60 degrees Celsius in 1 minute, and it's increased at rate 5 degrees Celsius per minute until mo-reach ni siya sa 315 degrees Celsius, and it stay at that temperature for 40 minutes. The detector temperature is keep warm at 380 degrees Celsius to know which peaks are which. We compare that retention indices at the peaks with those are of pure standards and sa alkanes and alkenes.
Presence of alkanes and alkenes. So, in alkenes are like chain of carbon atoms where each carbon is linked by single bands, making them stable and safe. So, example, which is ang methane. So, methane is found in natural gas, and also propane, which is used in gas grills. On the other hand, in alkanes also have chain carbon, pero they have at least one double band between some of the carbons. So this make them more active. So example as ethylene is used to make plastic, and propylene is which is used also in plastic and found in some plastic oils. Variation and concentration. So, ang lain-lain nga klase sa tanom o cultivars nagpakita og lain-lain nga kantidad sa mga alkane o alkenes. So, nagpasabot nga ang mga ubang tanom nagproduce og daghang particular nga mga hydrocarbons kaysa sa uban. So, ang kalahian nagpasabot nga ang gene sa tanom na ay papel sa pagdetermine sa kantidad sa mga hydrocarbons nga ilang ginaproduce. Din ang kalahian sa level sa hydrocarbons or sa klase sa tanom kay influence sa ubang genetic makeup. Certain cultivar. Some of the plants make more of certain chemicals like in alkenes or in alkenes than other types. This happens because their genes, which are like special instructions, tell them how much of these chemicals to produce. So the amount of these chemicals in each plant type depends on its genetic makeup. Harvest date impact. When you collect oil from plants earlier, it often has more of a chemical called in alkenes. This means that the time you pick the plants might change what chemicals are in the oil. So, when you harvest earlier, it could affect the kind of chemicals you find in the oil. Correlation with sensory attributes. So, the amount of certain chemicals in olive oil can be linked to how it tastes and smells. For example, if an olive oil has more certain chemicals, it might smell like flour or taste a bit better. So, type at amount of their chemicals can be affect what you notice about this oil, smell, and taste.
Both alkanes and alkenes were detected in all virgin olive oil samples analyzed. The concentration of these hydrocarbons varied significantly among different cultivars and harvest dates. Certain cultivars exhibit a higher abundance of specific alkanes and alkenes, suggesting a genetic influence on hydrocarbon production. Earlier harvested oils generally contain higher levels of alkanes, indicating a potential correlation between harvest time and hydrocarbon composition. The presence of relative abundance of a certain hydrocarbons were found to be correlated with specific sensory characteristics of the virgin olive oil, such as flavor, aroma, and bitterness.
In conclusion, a marked significant difference between cultivars was found out that Sinopolis and Ultrabratica oils containing the highest alkenes and alkenes. So, in contrast, Cassanis and Petrona oil significantly showed the lowest content at each sampling. So both alkane and alkene content constantly and significantly decreased with fruit ripening in the oil of all cultivars. The significant difference found in this work showed that alkanes and alkenes can be used as an additional tool for certifying the origin, authenticity, and traceability of the oil of the studied cultivars grown in the Reggio Calabria province. And then, with regard to the daily intake, it can be confirmed that if a daily use of 30-gram olive oil is considered in the human diet, it can be assumed that 6.42 to 9.86 mg per day gamit sa Sinopolis oil and 1.71 to 4.19 mg per day sa Ultrabratica oil and 0.61 to 1.06 mg per day sa Cassanis oil and 0.48 to 0.92 mg per day sa Entrata oil are ingested in the human diet. Example amounts will within the 10 to 100 mg per person per day of biogenic hydrocarbons and the 240 mg per person per day of hydrocarbons by all sources indicated by the European Agency for the Evaluation of Medicinal Products.